Greetings, my movie geeks. Batman has been released to rave reviews and there's so much to talk about. So here are my top 5 favourite moments from the Batman.
Number 1. Detective Batman.
Detective Batman makes an appearance, but this time he's not just shooting bullets at a breeze block. I still struggle to understand that scene from The Dark Knight, but you know. No, this time he's stalking the crime scene, looking around at all the clues left by the Riddler, taking time to quietly listen to the forensic team, even pointing the crime scene photographer to an important clue. The whole scene is a masterclass of show don't tell, letting Pattinson use his body to drive the scene forward. The way he uses his eyes, being both intimidating and helpful, whilst having almost the full force of Gotham PD ready to arrest him for anything. It's an excellent scene, and because it happens early on in the movie, it hooks you in. But that's not all. The Batman has a number of scenes showing that he is on the way to becoming the world's greatest detective.
The Bat in the Shadows.
The Dark Knight used a couple of scenes to show how Batman had changed the city, how the presence of the bat signal alone was able to stop crime from happening. We see a drug deal being halted.
I'm scared, but I say no.
Nah, man. I don't like it tonight. What are you, superstitious? You got more chance of winning the Powerball than running into him.
Because the light is shining, and that means the bat is stalking the streets, so you better not be doing any crimes. The Batman goes one step further and makes everything part of that fear. There is a light shining in the sky, and that means the Batman could be everywhere. A darkened doorway, an alleyway with no lights. He's down there. Everything that causes a shadow may have the Batman hiding in it, and if you've just done a crime, he already knows where you are and he's waiting to get you. It is the best way the fear caused by the mere existence of the Batman has been shown throughout all iterations. The Batman is the shadows, and what lies in the shadows? That's vengeance.
Number 3. Grimy Gotham. Ugh.
The Batman's Gotham City hasn't looked as grimy and horrible and scary and also futuristic before. This also goes towards the last point, because the size of Gotham shown in the Batman makes it feel like it's a mega city, one that has been built on, expanded upon, and grown into the size where there is so many different parts to it, all look completely different. There are scenes on a dirty subway, in a cemetery that looks old, even a Times Square style high-tech shopping district. They're all different and look as though they aren't part of the same city. But they are. And each part of Gotham brings its own dangers. It shows that wherever the Batman goes in the city, he will always have a place to hide. He can blend into the city, and again, Gotham becomes part of the Batman mythology that Bruce Wayne is creating. I don't feel Gotham City has been shown or utilised as well as this since Tim Burton's Gotham, where everything looked filthy, damp and gross. Matt Reeves' Gotham looks like it is the place that would spawn a bat-themed vigilante.
Number 4. False identification.
After the Riddler is captured, the Batman goes to see him at Arkham to hear what the motive was for all the murders. Whilst there, and with similar cues to Batman meeting the Joker in The Dark Knight, Riddler explains exactly why he did what he did. But there is a moment, and a perfectly paced moment, that leads you on. It's a misdirect that works so well, I initially thought it was true. Mainly because we've seen this happen in countless superhero movies since Iron Man. But Riddler brings up Bruce Wayne. It's perfectly done, and we believe Riddler knows the identity of the Batman. In fact, the Batman believes Riddler knows his secret identity. Pattinson again sells this scene with just the use of his eyes. He looks stunned. He notices a security camera in the corner, recording everything. Riddler is still spouting the name Bruce Wayne, and it may be that the Batman has been outed, and yet he's not. The misdirect is that Riddler knows the secret identity, but he doesn't. And after years of movies where secret identities are pretty much known everywhere, they're just thrown out there, it's a breath of fresh air to have that revelation not actually be a revelation. Superbly written and acted.
Number 5. The monster Batmobile.
I loved all the stills released prior to the release of the film. The Batmobile going back to a muscle car was a stroke of genius, taking the Batman back to a more grounded, real version where the car is basically just a car. But then come release day, I totally forgot the car was a thing until the showdown with the Penguin and introducing the Batmobile. And for everyone in the cinema, the characters living it, the Batmobile growls into life, quite literally. Again, the utilization of darkness is on point. The Batmobile roars and fire billows out of the back. It is truly a bat clawing its way out of hell, and it has to be the best introduction to a Batmobile ever put on film. Batman Begins introduces the tech side of everything, introducing the bridge building tumbler, but the Batman shows us the fear the Batmobile induces when the ignition is turned. The way the Batman lurches and appears to stall the car as though it's a rabid animal about to pounce on the Penguin. It works so well, and once the car chase is underway, it holds its own, looking indestructible and fearsome. These are just some of the best scenes in the film, the ones that stood out to me. The Batman is a superb film, a great opening to this new Batman. Matt Reeves has pushed the fear element, making the Batman a foe to all criminals of Gotham City. And it's almost mythical. Some mentions should include the Penguin's Spanish lesson, which added a fair bit of levity to a quite grounded film. The Batman leading the good people of Gotham out of the darkness was a touch of genius. Bruce Wayne's persona starting to be formed, and Paul Dano's Riddler being the other side of Batman's fear coin. They all work extremely well together, making the Batman an excellent film. I'm Nate, the Ultimate Movie Geek, and if you enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified every time I release a video. And I will see you next time for another video. You can follow me on Twitter at Movie Ultimate, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Ultimate Movie Geek. And I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, so if you hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Let me know what you thought of the Batman in the comments and on Twitter. And bye for now.